Hello students, welcome back. So today we are going to continue our chapter Electric Current Through Conductors Part 2 from the subject Physics of Standard FIJC Science. And today we are going to start, or we can say I can continue with the J topics with actually the multiple choice questions. So let's move further. Yeah, so last time we have seen the overall revision of electric current through conductors of FIJC. Okay. Also, we have gone through these formulas. I am assuming that कि आपने ये सारे formulas note down करके already रख चुके हो. Like drift speed. These are some major or I can say बहुत important topics है. Okay. Because आपके बुक में बहुत सारी चीजें ब्लू में दी गई है. So make sure that कि आप वो सारी चीजें अच्छे से रीड करोगे और thoroughly उसको अंडरस्टैंड करोगे. Okay. Like Ohm's law. There are some limitations of Ohm's law as well. Then electric energy and power. So power is also very much important. Okay, so power is equal to V square divided by R is equal to I square divided by R. Okay, so then electrical energy and power W will be equal to V Q, where V is nothing but the voltage and Q is nothing but the charge. Based on that, I can easily find out the value of electrical energy. And combinational of resistors, series combination of resistors like this, parallel combination, then specific resistance. So there is a difference between the specific resistance and resistivity. Okay, so yeah, so resistivity is nothing but R is directly proportional to L upon A, and R is equal to rho is L by A. Okay, therefore rho is equal to R into A divided by L. So temperature coefficient alpha is equal to rho minus rho 0 divided by rho naught in bracket t minus t0. अगर मैं ये rho को convert करूँ, okay, so I will get, instead of specific resistance, I will get resistance. Okay, so R will be equal to R naught in bracket 1 plus alpha in bracket t minus t naught. So in terms of EMF, electromotive force, IR will be equal to epsilon A minus IR, where R is, small r is nothing but the internal resistance of the cell. Okay, so therefore the potential drop is also across them, so that we can minus it, and the remaining potential difference, whatever we are getting, that is actually using or passing through the external resistance, which is R. Okay, therefore the total resistance can also be given by epsilon divided by R plus R. Okay, and whenever there is no external resistance is connected in the circuit, so my current will be maximum, which is I max will be equal to epsilon divided by R. So therefore cells in series, if opposite poles or opposite, I can say the uh, uh, ends of the sources are connected to each other, then there will be a forward. Okay, so the voltage will get added, but the similar ends of the sources are get added or connected to each other, so in that case we have to subtract. Then cells in parallel, so it will be look like this, like E equivalent divided by R equivalent will be epsilon 1 divided by R1 plus epsilon 2 divided by R2, like epsilon n divided by Rn. Okay, so the speed at which the current travels in the conductor is nearly equal to, okay, so the speed at which the current travel in the conductor, okay, is nearly equal to, so there is, this is the blue, like blue mark question. Okay, so आपके blue में दिया हुआ है, which is 328 meter per second. Okay, now second will be, in the absence of an electric field, the mean velocity of free electron in a conductor at absolute temperature T is, in the absence of electric field, the mean velocity of free electron in conductor at absolute temperature T. So at absolute temperature, you also know that the electric field, or I can say, if there is no electric field, it means the free electrons are not in the motion. Okay, so there is no, I can say, the movement of this given electrons, because at absolute temperature means minus 273 degrees Celsius, it means at 0 Kelvin. So at 0 Kelvin there is no, I can say, thermal energy is there, so hence the mean velocity of my free electrons will absolutely will be equal to 0. Okay, so therefore they are saying in absence of electric field means there is no electric field, hence there is no movement due to electric field. But also key at absolute temperature means zero thermal energy, the mean velocity of free electron in a given conductor is equal to 0. Okay, so this is very much important to understand. When a potential difference V is applied across the conductor, across a conductor at temperature T, the drift velocity of electrons is proportional to. Okay, so what they are saying here, basically, when a potential difference V is applied across the conductor. Okay, so I have a conductor, उसके across मैंने potential difference V apply कर दिया. Okay, at a temperature T. At temperature मैंने क्या कर दिया? T कर दिया. So the drift velocity of the potential is proportional to. Okay, so the drift velocity किसके साथ proportional होगा? जो velocity मुझे मिलेगा वो, ठीक है? So on drift velocity there is no effect of temperature. Okay, इतना याद रखना, drift velocity के ऊपर कोई भी temperature का effect नहीं होता. Okay, so therefore drift velocity is only dependent on the potential difference which is applied across it. Okay, and that is also the directly proportional. Okay, so the drift velocity is directly proportional to my potential difference applied. So जितना ज़्यादा potential difference applied होगा उतना ज़्यादा मेरा drift velocity होगा. Okay, therefore B is the correct answer for this. Okay, now next, for which of the following dependence of drift velocity Vd on electric field E is Ohm's law obeyed? Okay, so they are what they are saying. So here it is looking little bit complicated. Okay, but it's not. But you have to rearrange the sentences, right? So उन्होंने क्या बोला है basically कि ओम्स लॉ कौन से फेज में या कौन से नीचे जो इक्वेशंस दिए हैं उसमें ओबे कर रहा है. ओके, ओम्स लॉ ओबे कब करता है? when when V is directly proportional to I और I is directly proportional to V. करेक्ट, मतलब वोल्टेज बढ़ेगा, करंट बढ़ेगा, whereas resistance has to be constant. Okay, so for which of the following dependence of drift velocity Vd on electric field E? Okay, the Ohm law is obeyed. So यहाँ पे in terms of V या in terms of I उन्होंने नहीं पूछा है, उन्होंने पूछा है in terms of drift velocity and in terms of electric field. Okay, तो जैसे जैसे मेरा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बढ़ेगा, ओके, वैसे वैसे मेरा ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी भी बढ़ेगा. क्यों? बिकॉज वी हैव जस्ट नाउ सीन दैट कि द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V is applied across the conductor at temperature T, the drift velocity is only dependent on the potential difference. So जितना ज्यादा मेरा potential difference बढ़ाऊंगा मैं, उतना ज्यादा drift velocity बढ़ेगी. ओके, सो हियर आल्सो अगर मुझे ओम्स लॉ की तरह अगर मुझे उसको ओबेड करना है, जैसे ओम्स लॉ में वोल्टेज बढ़ता है तो करंट बढ़ता है, राइट? एट द सेम टाइम हियर इफ आई इंक्रीज द इंटेंसिटी, ओके, दे आर व्हाट दे आर सेइंग, इंटेंसिटी और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दोनों सेम ही है. तो जैसे जैसे मैं इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बढ़ाऊंगा वैसे वैसे मेरा क्या हो जाएगा, उसका वेलोसिटी भी बढ़ेगा. So in this particular sense, which is V equal to E, I can easily say that when if V is equal to E, इसका ही मतलब the moment I am increasing the electric field, correspondingly my drift velocity will also increase. Okay, so in that case, मेरा जो स्ट्रक्चर है या मेरा जो, अगर मैं उसको प्लॉट करना चाहूँ तो हमेशा ये दोनों इक्वल है, तो मुझे जो स्लॉट मिलेगा या प्लॉट मिलेगा वो हमेशा मुझे स्ट्रेट लाइन ही मिलेगा, विच इज एग्जैक्टली the way ओम लॉ is obeyed. ओके, सो उन्होंने उल्टा पूछा है, मतलब ओम लॉ के जैसा नीचे ऐसा कौन सा है जो आई कैन से ओबे करेगा. सो Vd is equal to E because E is increases, Vd will increase, same as that of, अगर वोल्टेज इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो करंट इंक्रीज हो रहा है, सेम यहाँ पे अगर इंटेंसिटी इंक्रीज होगा तो मेरा Vd इंक्रीज होगा. देन the current intensity, sorry, the current density, the number of free electrons per, I can say, m cube in a metallic conductor is in order of. Okay, so ये little bit knowledge वाला question है. There is no, I can say, what I can say, theory or I can say calculation to it. Okay, So this is by default, we should know that he at a given, I can say per cubic meter, okay, of a metallic conductor, then current density will be equal to 10 raised to 28. Okay, so the current density, that is number of free electrons per meter cube in a metallic conductor, is of the order of 10 raised to 28. So this is how I can say I can identify. Okay, so make sure that कि ये आपको याद रहे हमेशा. Now a current passes through a resistor if K1 and K2 represent the average kinetic energy. Okay, so उन्होंने क्या बोला यहाँ पे, दो रेजिस्टर है, ओके, K1 सॉरी, देर आर, अगर रेजिस्टर के थ्रू व्हाट आई कैन से करंट पास हो रहा है, राइट, एंड K1 एंड K2 रिप्रेजेंट दी काइनेटिक एनर्जी, मतलब K1 एंड K2 मेरे क्या है, काइनेटिक एनर्जीज है ऑफ द कंडक्शन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड द मेटेलिक आयंस. ओके, सो K1 मेरा क्या है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, उसका एनर्जी काइनेटिक एनर्जी है K1, एंड मेटालिक आयंस का काइनेटिक एनर्जी है K2. ओके, और ये अगर एक रेजिस्टर से पास हो रहे, तो उन्होंने बोला है कि सब नीचे देखो क्या दिया हुआ है, they have not asked anything, they are just giving whether K1 is less than K2, K1 is equal to K2, K1 is greater than K2, any of this three may occur. ओके, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी के बीच में रिलेशन क्या है, कौन सा काइनेटिक एनर्जी ज्यादा होगा, कौन सा एनर्जी, कौन सा वाला काइनेटिक एनर्जी कम होगा, कौन सा एज इन किसका, लाइक इलेक्ट्रॉन्स काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी मोर और metal ions kinetic energy will be more, right? So you know that in given I can say the metal, okay, so the conduction में सबसे ज्यादा fastest जो travel होता है वो क्या होता है, electrons होते हैं. Okay, metallic ions are also moving but their movement is slow as compared to electrons because electron का transition बहुत fast होता है. Okay, so therefore I can say that in this case which is electrons, right, so K1 का जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है, बिकॉज उसका मूवमेंट फास्ट होता है और ट्रांजिशन फास्ट होता है, देयरफॉर द काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन द काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ मेटालिक आयंस. Okay, so the reason is very much clear that the kinetic energy which is possessed by the electrons, because there is a very fast transaction, I can say the period of the electrons, it can easily travel with a great velocity, so therefore electrons के पास जो kinetic energy होगा वो ज्यादा होगा as compared to metallic ions के. Okay, let's move to the next. A metal wire is subjected to a constant potential difference. When the temperature of the metal wire increases, the drift velocity of electron on it. Okay, so basically उन्होंने क्या बोला, देखो, this type of question is a bigger question, it consumes time a lot, right? So that's why read this particular main question 2-3 times and understand what we need. Once you understood this particular, I can say the question, then in your mind automatically the answer will be ready, and then you have to just match your mind wala answer with these options. Okay, so a metal wire is subjected to a constant potential difference. So इसका मतलब मैंने एक metal wire को potential difference apply किया है which is constant. When the temperature of the metal wire increases, okay, तो उन्होंने क्या बोला है, when the temperature of the metal wire increases, the drift velocity of electron, so उन्होंने क्या बोला है, the drift velocity of electron on it. Okay, so basically हमें ये पता गया है कि if the potential difference is constant, okay, तो इसका मतलब drift velocity का potential difference से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है. क्यों? because potential difference उन्होंने constant रखा है. Let's say if they have kept the potential difference as 5 volt, तो 5 वोल्ट के हिसाब से ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी मेरा जो होना है वो लेट्स से एक्स अमाउंट में ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी मेरा, मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विद ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं. बट जैसे ही मैंने उसके मेटल वायर का टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करना स्टार्ट कर दिया, तो ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी पे उसका क्या इफेक्ट होगा वो मुझे फाइंड आउट करना है. Okay, so last is very important. When the temperature of the wire increases the drift velocity on electron. तो सबसे पहले ये हमेशा याद रखना कि whenever there is an increase in temperature, okay, जो इलेक्ट्रॉन होता है उसके रैंडम मोशंस बढ़ जाते हैं, ओके, बिकॉज इट स्टार्टेड गेनिंग द थर्मल एनर्जी. ओके, सो जितना ज्यादा वो थर्मल एनर्जी गेन करता है उतना ज्यादा वो क्या करता है, ये पर्टिकुलर ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को मूव करने के लिए थोड़ा सा I can say issue create करता है. Okay, so I'll show you in a small diagram. Okay, let's say this is my conductor. Okay, so in that conductor, let's say these are the free electrons. Okay, these are moving in, let's say, this direction. Okay, so these are the small things which are moving in this direction. Okay, but जैसे क्या होता है कि इसमें atoms होते हैं. Okay, from atoms to atom, obviously it will start, I can say, traveling the electrons. तो जैसे ही इसको हम एक्सटर्नल एनर्जी देते हैं, ओके, दिस एक्सटर्नल एनर्जी विल बी इन टर्म्स ऑफ हीट. तो जैसे ही हम इसको हीट देना स्टार्ट करेंगे, ऑब्वियसली क्या करेंगे, ये पर्टिकुलर जो एटम्स है वो वर्टिकली वाइब्रेट होना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. ओके, दे विल स्टार्ट वाइब्रेटिंग लाइक और डांसिंग, मैं इसको डांसिंग बोलता हूँ. ठीक है, दे विल स्टार्ट वाइब्रेटिंग ऑन देयर मेन पोजिशन. so like this they will start vibrating and my free electrons is moving in this direction. so पहले उनके बीच में कोई अपोजिशन नहीं था, बट अचानक से ये एटम्स जैसे उन्होंने थर्मल एनर्जी गेन कर दिया तो ऑब्वियसली क्या हो गया, देयर विल बी स्टार्ट ब्लॉकिंग, मतलब इनको क्या हो गया, ब्लॉकेजेस आना स्टार्ट हो गए. ओके, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ मूविंग वाया ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी, वो अभी क्या हो रहा है, ये पर्टिकुलर एटम्स की वजह से दे स्टार्ट converted their velocity into thermal energy, thermal velocity. Okay, so instead of moving in this direction, now they will move like this. but आगे move करेंगे, but at the same time thermal energy से ऊपर नीचे भी move होना start कर देंगे because of this thermal gain. Okay, so therefore I can see that the drift velocity ultimately will start getting dropped. Why? Because if my potential difference is same, but thermal energy started increasing. Okay, and the thermal velocity of the electron will start increasing. Okay, so drift velocity will decrease and thermal velocity of electron will increase. So this is the answer for it. Okay, now this is also very important. The electric field intensity E, current density is J, and specific resistance K are related to each other through the relation. Okay, so we know that there is only one relation which exists, which is E is equal to J into K. Okay, so E is equal to J into K. This is the only relation, okay, which is having between this electric field intensity, current density, and resistance, which is specific resistance. Okay, it's not only the resistance, it's a specific resistance जो हमने देखा था rho में. Okay, so this is that resistance. Okay, so E will be equal to J into K. So remember, these are the small I can say the equations. Okay, so आपको ये ध्यान में रखना होगा कि इसका कैसे, मतलब at what time they are asking, if they ask something J in terms of E and K, तो obviously J value will be E upon K, ऐसे आ जाएगा. Okay, so K का वैल्यू उन लोग कोई भी दे सकते हैं, like K को उन्होंने as of now K, sorry, specific resistance का denote कैसे भी कर सकते हैं, like the way they have denoted with the K, same they can denote it with the rho. Okay, so you have to, your concept should be clear in that case. Okay, now let's move to the next. Yeah, so next is the unit of specific resistance. Okay, so what they have given, specific resistance, or I can say the resistivity, okay, which is nothing but the rho. Okay, okay, so rho is nothing but your resistance into area divided by length. Okay, so therefore like this. Okay, so यहाँ पे area length will get remaining and r into l, so इसका मतलब इसका हो गया omega into l. Okay, so omega and l यहाँ पे कहीं दिया हुआ है क्या? नहीं दिया हुआ, right? So actual its output is nothing but omega into l. So there is nothing is given, right? So actual it's like omega into l. So this is the correct answer for it. Okay, so this is very much obvious. I guess they have given this particular question where they were not asking for a specific resistance. Actually, they were asking for the conductivity. Okay, so you know that what is the conductance? Sorry, conductance. So conductance is nothing but denoted by G. Okay, which is equal to 1 upon R. Okay, where R is nothing but my ohms. So ohms inverse. So ohm inverse is here. See. Okay, so here I can easily say that they were asking actually for the conductance, not the specific resistance. If it is a specific resistance, then it will be rho into L. Okay, yeah. So the example of non-ohmic resistance is non-ohmic resistance matlab which does not obey the Ohm's law. Like Ohm's law, you know that Ohm's law will be V and I. Okay, and if my particular path is constant, then obviously here the resistance, okay, will be constant. So this is my constant. R is equal to constant. Okay, okay, so when the R is constant or a straight line, so I can say that my Ohm's law is obeyed. Okay, in that case the ohmic resistance will be there, right? But when my Ohm's law is not obeyed, like it means it will give something like this or it will come something like this. Okay, so in that case, or else it will come something like this. So in that case I can say that the Ohm law is not obeyed. So copper wire is pure resistive, I can say ohmic device. Filament lamp also same. Then carbon resistor also ohmic resistance, but the diode is not. Why? Because in case of diode there is no I can say current for a specific voltage, but after voltage there is a very high current. So this is the breakdown, I can say Zener diode, sorry, not Zener diode. This is a normal forward bias voltage. Okay, so this is usually 0.3 for silicon and 0.7 for germanium. Okay, remember this. Okay, so at 0.7 volt it will breaks and it will start drawing the current very high. Okay, so therefore diode is one of that which is not obeying the Ohm's law. That's why we called it as a non-ohmic device. Okay, yeah. Yeah, next is the Constantin wire is used for making standard resistance because it has, okay, so what they are saying, the Constantin wire. Okay, so this is a type of wire. Okay, एक material है जिसका नाम है Constantin. Okay, so it is used for making standard resistance because अभी ये standard resistance क्यों बनाना जरूरी है इनका? Okay, so देखो सबसे मेन चीज क्या होती है रेजिस्टेंस बनाने के लिए? व्हाट साइंटिस्ट आर मेकिंग, you know, keeping there in their mind is like my resistance and only should depend on the voltage and current. Okay, only it should affect by a voltage and current. Sorry, my resistance should not get affected by any external, I can say, the factors. Okay, it should always give me the correct output based on the given voltage and current. Okay, so iska matlab kya? As per the ohmic law it will always try to keep the straight line. Okay, but there are several factors like temperature, okay, pressure. So my resistance जितना ये सारे factors से I can say there is no effect, जितना ये immune रहेगा ये सारे factors से, उतना मेरा resistance क्या होगा? अच्छा होगा, उसका उतना quality क्या है? अच्छा है. Okay, if my given resistance is completely depend on the temperature, कुछ temperature change हुआ? No, there is a change in the resistance. No. So in that case we will not be able to use such kind of, I can say, resistance in our actual daily life appliances. Okay, इसका मतलब क्या? गर्मी में मेरे devices खराब हो गए, right? But ऐसा कभी सुना है आपने गर्मी में device खराब हो गए, ठंडी में अच्छे चल रहे हैं? No, right? Because these scientists are using a proper, I can say, this kind of a materials, okay, like constant tent. Okay, why? Because their negligible temperature coefficient of resistance. Okay, matlab there is no effect of temperature on this particular material. Okay, even if there is a small, that is okay, but it is not the higher one. Okay, so that's why constant tent usually used for making the standard resistance, because the resistance value should not change frequently, because based on resistance value, some big circuits we usually make it. Okay, so that's why constant tent is usually we use it. Okay, so these are the daily life experience, daily life example. So those we should know. So that's why I have included those questions over here. Now, what is the suitable material for electric fuse? Okay, अभी ये तो बहुत easy है, because आप घर पे भी इसको use करते हो. Okay, what is the suitable material for electric fuse? Okay, what is the suitable material for electric fuse? Anybody knows? फ्यूज के लिए जो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्यूज होता है उसमें हम क्या यूज करते हैं? चलो, वो फ्यूज को देखा है आपने कभी, उसका कलर क्या होता है? एटलीस्ट इन स्मॉल आई कैन से, घर पे जो इन्वर्टर, नॉट इन्वर्टर एग्जैक्टली, जो स्टेबलाइजर होगा उसमें भी आप देख सकते हो कि देर इज अ फ्यूज काइंड ऑफ सेक्शन. उसको आप निकाल के देखोगे, देर इज अ ग्लास ट्यूब, स्मॉल ट्यूब, एंड इनसाइड देर इज अ स्मॉल वायर. Okay, so that actually decides कि whenever there is a high voltage comes, so that particular wire will get melt, and once the wire is melt, the connection is stopped and I will be able to save my device. So that's why we usually use this electric fuse. Okay, so that fuse generally made up of tin lead alloy. Okay, because at certain temperature, if the voltage is very high, okay, so it will really it will create a very high temperature because the resistance is more. Okay, and because of that resistance, this particular tin lead alloy will get melt. So at specific, I can say temperature, I can set, I can create this particular tin lead alloy to avoid such kind of, I can say, electric fuse. Okay, so there are various fuse are coming in market, like 15 volt, like 20 volt, like that. Okay, so accordingly, whatever the requirement is ours, accordingly we can use that lead alloy, I can say, fuse, electrical fuse. Okay, so this constant and nichrome, they will not use this because they will never get melted, and if the voltage is very high, your device may get damaged. So that's why we usually use this tin lead alloy for working as an electric fuse. Okay, now to minimize the power loss in transmission cables connecting the power station at homes and factories, the transmission cable carries a current. Okay, so what they are trying to say, you can also look at your outside, there are some wires, okay, which are very heavy load wires. Sometimes they also start giving some huge noise. Okay, so such particular wires, okay, in order to minimize the power loss, okay, मुझे उसमें क्या करना है, power loss लेके आना है, तो मुझे क्या करना होगा? Okay, so usually the power loss is always inversely proportional to I can say the voltage का square. Okay, so the power loss is always inversely proportional to voltage का square. Okay, इसका मतलब मुझे power loss अगर कम करना है तो मुझे voltage क्या करना होता है, बढ़ाना होता है. So the more I will do the voltage work, flow the voltage and make that particular current smaller, तो उतना ज्यादा मेरा क्या होता है, power loss कम होता है. Okay, therefore यहाँ पे मैं बोल सकता हूँ at very high voltage, if I'll transmit that particular current, so in that case my power loss will be very small. तो इसके लिए हम देखते हैं हमेशा कि जो ट्रेन्स के लाइंस होते हैं 25,000 वोल्ट, इतना हैवी क्यों होता है? बिकॉज दे वांट टू मेक द पावर लॉस एट द मिनिमम. एज वेल एज जब भी हम वन पॉइंट टू अनदर पॉइंट, जब भी these you can see while going to your village, there are very huge structures. Based on that, there is a transmission wires are there, right? So वो सारे structures और वो इतने दूर क्यों होते हैं? Because that wire is having at very high voltage. It will start attracting. If you just go just near to it, it will start attracting. Okay, because of very high voltage, because they want to make the loss very less. But if they do the ulta, like very low voltage and very high current, the moment the current is increases, it will start producing a very huge amount of heat energy, okay, in the given circuit, and because of that the heating will start increasing. Okay, so that's why in order to make that particular minimum power loss, I need to increase the voltage at very high level, and through which I need to make the transmission. Okay, now next is the application based on heating effect current work on. Okay, so the appliances, sorry, so appliances, whatever the appliances we are using, जिसमें एक्चुअल में हीटिंग इफेक्ट आता है, ओके, जैसे मोबाइल हो गया, ओके, वैसे योर टीवी हो गया, like your fan, right? So like your charger. Okay, so there are so many devices or appliances at our home in which we have the proper what I can say, the heating effect हमें जहाँ पे मिलता है, दिखाई देता है, तो वो हमेशा किस में होता है? एसी में होता है। एसी मतलब ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट में होता है, या डायरेक्ट करंट में होता है, या बोथ ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट एज वेल एज डायरेक्ट करंट में होता है, एंड नन ऑफ दिस। सो ये किस में होता है? कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी? ओके, अब अपने पास हमें पता है कि घर पे एसी अप्लायंसेस कौन से है। देखो, फ्रिज इज वन ऑफ द एसी अप्लायंस, टीवी इज वन ऑफ द एसी अप्लायंस। ओके, देन हमारा जो चार्जर है दैट इज वन ऑफ द एसी अप्लायंस। ओके, बट मोबाइल जो है वो डीसी अप्लायंस होता है। ठीक है, मतलब इसके अंदर जैसे पावर आ जाती है, देन आई कैन स्टोर दैट पर्टिकुलर पावर इन टर्म्स ऑफ माई बैटरी। तो जैसे मैं उसको बैटरी में स्टोर करता हूँ, तो उसमें पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव तो कॉमन होता है हमेशा। सो दैट बैटरी इज नथिंग बट माई डीसी डिवाइसेस। ओके, बट फिर भी मेरा जो मोबाइल है आफ्टर सर्टेन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वो गर्म हो जाता है। वाई वो गर्म हो जाता है? बिकॉज उसमें डीसी पावर डिसिपेशन बढ़ जाता है, because power is nothing but equal to current into voltage. Okay, so whatever, if there is any I can say given wire or piece of wire or piece of conductor, whenever you apply the potential difference, power loss will always occur. Okay, but there is a depend based on certain condition, like जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि अगर मैं ज्यादा हाई वोल्टेज और कम करंट लेके जा रहा हूँ, so based on such type of condition, it is in my hand to make that power dissipation at very minimum level. Okay, so that's why we use this both AC and DC. The heating effect is common in all type of current, like even if it is a alternating current or DC current, ये दोनों में क्या मिलेगा? मुझे पावर डिसिपेशन हमेशा मिलेगा, हमेशा नॉन जीरो एंटिटी ही मिलेगा। ओके, ओके, थैंक यू।